Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel Ray and today is another episode of Flosstube where I talk about cross stitch and sometimes knitting. And today I do have some knitting to share with you because I ended up watching a movie last night and I want to share with you all that project because it's been a really long time since I've talked about it. I also have some works in progress for cross stitch. And I have some plans. So let's get cracking because I don't really have much time today. There will be a little update at the end talking about life stuff. So if you'd like to stick around for that, please do. Grab a cup of coffee and make yourself comfy and let's get started. So I brought out a knitting project that I haven't worked on in a really long time. That is the, how do I put this up? Attribution Marrakesh cardigan. My colors are all wacky today, I'm sorry. It's very bright outside in a watery, misty way. So this is by Attribution. It's again a Marrakesh cardigan with Chromia yarn. It's just a basic cardigan, but I'm still really new to knitting garments. So I am doing the back panel. Wow, it looks really good. I'm doing the back panel. Please excuse the stitches in the middle that are kind of stretched out. It will block properly. But I have a few more centimeters to do before I bind off the center stitches. Really cool. This yarn, I'll show you, it's actually the Attribution brand in Chromia, and it is 62% acrylic and 38% wool. It's very squishy and very furry. I guess that's the way you would say. It's fuzzy. You see how fuzzy it is? I don't know why it doesn't want to. Why do you not want to? There you go. Kind of, I guess. But it's a really fun yarn to play with because the colors change. It's not quite a stripe. More of a, it's like a tiger stripe of different colors. And I do really like it. So, I'm doing that and I was watching, I watched Sweeney Todd for the first time last night. Brilliant. I love musicals. So if you have recommendations, please let me know. Yeah. So that is my knitting whip. That's the only knitting that I've done this week. Put that to the side. I'm kind of playing catch up. I don't know if I showed this to you last week. My Pokemon Gotta Catch 'Em All Sal. This is the epic Generation 1 Pokemon pattern by Lord Libidin. It's free, it's big, and I'm working on Moltres up here. I did not work on this on Thursday because I felt like I wanted to do something that wasn't all confetti on my stream on Twitch, so I'll show you that project in a minute. This is on 18 count Aida 1/1. Meaning one strand of floss over one fabric square, one fabric thread, square in this case because it's Aida. But it's really nice the way it's coming out. I do like it. I like the coverage. It's a little bit thin, but from far away it looks fine. I don't like using 2 strands on 18 count. It's no surprise to anybody that's watched me for a while, but yeah. The needle minder, I got a pin on Etsy from a company called Gwen Touch, and I turned it into a needle minder. Myself. Sorry about my dog. I don't know what she's barking at. So that is that one. Gosh, this is going to be a really short episode. It could be 10 minutes long. I don't know. We shall see. But I do have a lot to talk about for my last update, so maybe not. This is the one I haven't done much stitching this week, to be fair. This is the one that I worked on Thursday and also last night and this morning. This is the New Normal by Long Dog Samplers. The fabric is a 28 count Lugana, opalescent Lugana, that my friend Jessie of Mislaid Pages dyed. Isn't it gorgeous? And again, like for this piece, I chose just a black 310 to do the stitching because the fabric is, I don't want to compete with that. Since the last time that you saw this, I have come down here and noticed that I have a counting mistake. So now I am coming around the circle because the circle is counted correctly. I am counting from the circle, and I will try to fix whatever's going on here. Something happened in this section right here, and I think I'm too far down one step. So it might be easy for me to fudge just this section, just keep it there, but to move on and come back around. I'm finding that it is a little difficult to count on this for whatever reason. I'm not in the headspace to count right now, evidently, especially when there's long lines of stitching. Perhaps I'm highlighting and saying that it's completed before it really is, or something like that. I'm not sure. And I don't know if my head is in the game this week. So that is where we are on that. Isn't it pretty? So we now have a unicorn foot. There's the underside of the other foot. It's gorgeous. We have this is a seagull, I think, and there's a ship somewhere around here, and I love the little heart. That's just adorable. I hope, my hope is to finish the page before the end of February. That would be nice. But I've just had a lot going on in my personal life, so yeah, that's how far I got. I think it's 300 stitches maybe. But it looks good. I like it a lot. And then, excuse me, my last project is my Japanese Zen Moss Garden Chatelaine, which I've shown a few times, and I will have to insert a picture because it doesn't show up very well on the camera. Like when I get close to my filming camera, it starts to shutter and it starts to glitch out. I don't know how to explain it, but this is what I did. So I have been working on this a lot since the last time you saw it. Last time you saw, I only had some of the yellow, like the yellow that's in the swirl, and there was a little bit of yellow down here connecting from the bottom of the mandala. So it's just like that. I have completed this part aside from the petite treasure braid and the beads. The beads are going on last, so I won't say that again, but I'm doing all the cross stitches and specialty stitches first. I don't have any of the petite treasure braid or the silk lame. I placed an order, but it could be a month or more before I get those flosses. So I'm just doing what I can. And so the middle mandala is going to be like this for a while, but that's fine. I'll just do all of the outside first. I think that it's, excuse me, I got a dog fur in my mouth. Most of that is metallic flosses, and they're really pretty. They stand out a lot. And I did feel kind of like I was getting sick of just yellow and brown, but after we do the 4, west, north, east, south of that, the edges are all water. It's all blue, and it's so beautiful. For this pattern, I am using the digital pattern, and you need to get a digital PDF reader, like not just Acrobat. Like it needs to be a little bit more in depth than that. So I am using an app called MarkX Pro, I think it is. It was about €5, I think, in the Google Play Store. I only have Android devices. So if you are working on a Chatelaine and you are using an Apple device, please leave a suggestion for what people can use down below. This app allows you to zoom in to quite close, not as close as I wish, but close, very close, close enough that you can highlight. They have a special drawing function. I've set the opacity of my markers to about 75%. That way I can still see what this symbol is underneath, and that way I know where I am. I can count from where I am on the pattern. It does not search for symbols. You cannot search for symbols. So this pattern is quite advanced. I would say I'm way in over my head with this pattern, but I don't plan to rush through it necessarily. I want to use it to learn more. There are a lot of specialty stitches here. In this particular block that I completed, or mostly completed, it is Algerian eyelets. It has Algerian eyelets and dense Rhodes stitches. There are other specialty stitches in this that I cannot yet complete in these blocks. I mean, the pattern, no offense, because obviously I don't want to speak ill of Martina herself, but it's kind of obvious to me that she was not a cross stitcher. The pattern reads very difficult, and the specialty stitches themselves, the diagrams, are not all marked with the name of what they are. So, for example, I think on this pattern, she did write Algerian eyelet on the Algerian eyelet, but she did not write Jessica stitch on the Jessica stitches. Do you know what I mean? And most of the stitches are not labeled. So if you are a new stitcher to specialty stitches, it's she kind of writes a novel on, because this was a class that she taught, there's like she takes you through the pattern from the center. So you kind of have to read the little novel and follow her path on the pattern to get to where you want to do the specialty stitches and make your best guess. Unfortunately, she passed away, so there's no revisions that I know of, but there is a help group on Facebook. So if you are alone and you're not stitching this with someone who is clever enough to read and interpret the patterns for you, thank you, Heike, there is a help group, and you can post pictures and ask people to help you determine where you are in the pattern. As I am going, I will try to share those little tidbits of information with you all. And when I'm finally finished with the whole project, I plan on doing an overview of the whole thing. Another person that I follow who is doing a chatelaine that you may enjoy is Teresa Little Stitcher here on YouTube. And she has, what is it called? It's like a park. It's gorgeous. It's absolutely stunning. If you like mirabilias, if you like these very, pretty patterns, definitely go check out her channel. And you could tell her that I sent you, but you don't have to. She's just phenomenal. She has done a similar thing where she walks you through. I'm trying to think of other stitchers that I have seen. Crafty Lisa as well. does a similar thing. And they're both in the UK as well, so please go check them out. Anyway, that is on a 28 count Lugana black, or not Lugana, Jobelin black Zweigart. If you ever need information about my projects, please check out the whip list listed down below, and it gives you all the information about the projects that I'm working on. Now, plans. I will not be making another update for 2 weeks, and in that 2 weeks, we have Dark 13. Dark 13 is actually tomorrow, and I'm planning on getting out my, where is it? Is it over there? It is over there. I can't reach it right now. But I showed it last time, I think. It's the Midnight Way by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. I would like to take that out and work on that for the majority of tomorrow, as much as possible. I probably will have some stitching time in the evening maybe, but these 2 days are very busy, as are all the weekends the rest of February. And so my plan is to work on that, to keep working on my Chatelaine, and probably to keep working on my new normal, because I am doing the Long Dog Sampler Sal 2022 with a few of my friends. I've talked about the Facebook group. Please check it out. The Zen Moss Garden, Japanese Zen Moss Garden Chatelaine is my focus piece, because this is like my unicorn. I've been talking about it for like 2 or 3 years now, and I really want to work on it. The Pokemon is something that I'm doing to raise money for charity over on Twitch. Please feel free to check it out. I understand it's not everybody's thing, but if you like to watch Stitchers live and have some company during the day, I do go over there on Tuesdays and Thursdays. You should check it out. And that's that. So let's talk a little bit about life. I'm going to get my coffee. Cheers. I haven't made my normal video for, I call it a whip and chat video, where every week I was making a video, kind of an hour-long video talking about, things that were happening in life and sharing stories and stuff like that. Well, a few weeks ago, my grandmother and my father, who lives with her, they got COVID, and I didn't really want to talk about it online. I don't want to get into details about it because it's really not my place to talk about it. It's just that kind of clammed me up, because all I was thinking about was them. I also have been spending a lot of time on Twitch, and so the times that I'm streaming live, I'm talking about, the things that I would have talked about on the Whip and Chat. So by the time that I get finished with my work week and I'm ready to sit down and film something, I feel like I have nothing to talk about. So if you are thinking about, like, if you want to catch up and you want to have a few hours of someone just chit-chatting, you can always watch the replays of the live streams. But at this time, at this moment, I just don't have the energy to do 2 live streams and have an hour-long dedicated video on my YouTube channel. And I do apologize for that, but I feel like my capacity to make content has been breached. And I promised myself that I would listen when things got to be too much. And I know that it's all an internal pressure, but I'm also very introverted. And so I feel really exposed. So that's a thing. I've been struggling a little bit with my mental health for the past few weeks as well. And I had a little bit of a medical scare on Thursday night, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Thursday night. And so I'm going to listen to my body, because when the mental health when it starts to come out in a physical way and you start to see that what's going on in your head is coming out into your physical life, and it scared me. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. It scared me enough that I was like, okay, right, I think I'm doing too much. I need to step back a little bit. And as much as I want to be present on YouTube and on Twitch, I can't do everything, and it's really for whatever reason, I just need a little break. That's all. Next week, there is a concert going on that I'm going to be attending with friends, and it's going to be my birthday party Saturday night. It's going to be really fun. My birthday is actually on the following Tuesday, but we're going to be celebrating, so I'm not available next Saturday for an update, and I'll probably take a few days off after that. And then we will see if there's like a birthday stream or something to celebrate and spend time with everyone. But next week also is the week that I hang out with my patrons. So if you don't know, I have a Patreon. I know, small plug. But over there, I do dedicated live streams. It's not public. It never goes public. It's very private. And I also do a Zoom with the people that want it. I do a Zoom. It's a very small group of people. We have kind of like if you have a local crafty hangout group, for a lack of a better word, I'm going to call it a stitch and bitch, where you go, you hang out, you knit or crochet or you cross stitch or whatever it is, and you just talk about stuff. That is what this is. I do 2 time slots so that if you're in one time zone, I don't miss you. So that, a 12-hour difference between the two. So at least you could catch one of them. That is happening next week as well. So next week is not next week, the week after. So the next 2 weeks are going to be pretty busy for me. And to be mentally prepared for that, I have decided to just kind of take a little step back. Now I know that my diamond painting friends don't always watch these videos, so maybe I'll have to put something in the title. But February is a really hard month. Not only did I have the 1-year memory of my grandfather's passing, it's the shortest month and it's the wickedest month here. Like weather-wise, I suffer from seasonal affective disorder. I know, and I live in Ireland. Like, it rains all the time. But I have learned to find those pockets of happiness in a day and focus on that, because the weather is always crap. Honestly. I'm also doing a lot of paperwork right now. Like, I'm applying for citizenship and I'm trying to do my taxes at the same time. Do you know how much paperwork there is? My craft room is not set up to deal with this amount of paperwork. So it's just been a little teensy bit stressful. However, the good news is that I have a friend who's a follower, a subscriber, like everything. I've met her in real life before. She's actually coming here to spend a week with me so that we can hang out and have crafty, fun times, and try to ignore the doldrums of winter together. And she will be arriving week after next. So that's going to be really, really fun. I am looking forward to that. Before I let you go, though, today I'm going to read you a poem from Imelda Bay's book, A Lick and a Promise. I read that last time. Okay. This one's called Albatross. I flew with my free... No. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I thought I missaid that. I flew with my free since the day I first felt it. Changed as I needed to dive from a lie. I roll on the rise, float on a tide, and breathe as the breeze lends itself to a life. That's a good one. I like that. And I'll give you one more because that was very short. I'm going to do that one. Oh, look. It's like almost the same thing. Quick dive. She spread her lithe arms like wings stretched wide. I witnessed the moment she soared to a glide through a dragonfly sky, then vanished beneath the glass surface. Interesting. Very nice. So Imelda May, my friend who's coming, gave this to me and got it signed. Thank you. Thank you, Gwen. That's it for today. Thank you so much for listening, for staying with me. I have plans, but sometimes plans have to wait. Without getting into too much else, I will leave it for the next time. I hope that you have a splendiferous 2 weeks. I will see you right after my birthday. I wish you all very well. I will talk soon. Take care. Stay safe. And I will see you soon in my next video. Bye.